Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India.
Good evening, welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Yeshi Chanzong. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Tuesday, the 2nd of March. 5 states in India see upsurge in COVID-19 cases, says Health Ministry. MQM Pakistan and other allies to support ruling PTI in Senate elections. And Nepal not leaning towards China wants good ties with India, says former PM Bhattarai. And now for all the details. 5 states account for 84.16% of the total active cases, while 6 states and union territories have a weekly positivity rate higher than the national average of 2%, India's Health Ministry said on Tuesday. These numbers come in the backdrop of India beginning its second phase of COVID-19 vaccination for those above 60 years of age and people between 45 and 59 years of age with specific comorbidities on Monday.
India's Health Ministry on Tuesday said at the current overall case positivity rate of 5.11% suggests the COVID-19 pandemic is close to being under control. Reviewing the COVID-19 situation in the country, the Health Ministry said that although certain states are witnessing surge in active virus infections, India's active cases are less than 2% and recoveries over 97%. Maharashtra, Kerala, Punjab, Tamil Nadu and Gujarat states are witnessing an upsurge in daily new COVID-19 cases, and the Indian government has advised these states to be cautious about the rising numbers. India on Tuesday recorded 12,286 fresh coronavirus cases, pushing the infection tally to 11,124,527. These numbers come in the backdrop of India beginning its second phase of COVID-19 vaccination for those above 60 years of age and people between 45 and 59 years of age with specific comorbidities on Monday.
अधिकांश केसेस 2 राज्यों में हैं। महाराष्ट्र में लगभग 79,000, 78,825 और केरला में 48,000. They together contribute 75% of the active cases.
Earlier in the day, India's Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan along with his wife received the first dose of the coronavirus vaccine at a hospital in Indian capital. He appealed people to be vaccinated. India's Health Ministry on Tuesday morning said over 14.8 million beneficiaries have been vaccinated across the country since the beginning of the vaccination drive on January 16.
A power failure that crippled India's financial capital of Mumbai last October could have been a case of cyber sabotage by China, a minister said on Monday. This came after a report released by US-based cybersecurity firm suggested that the Chinese cyber campaign targeted India's power grid months after troops of India and China clashed in Himalayan region of Ladakh in June.
India's Western Maharashtra State's Interior Minister Anil Deshmukh on Monday said China might have allegedly introduced malware into the electrical infrastructure that resulted in a massive power outage in its capital Mumbai in October last year, a day after New York Times cited a report claiming the same. A grid failure caused a widespread power outage for nearly 12 hours in India's financial capital and surrounding areas on October 12, 2020, a rare occurrence that disrupted train services, online college exams and mobile telephone services in the city of 20 million. Following the grid failure, preliminary inquiry reports said the failure was caused due to technical problems. In its report, US-based Recorded Future cybersecurity firm has alleged China's intrusion in Mumbai's electrical infrastructure. Deshmukh said they will investigate it further.
अमेरिकन जो फर्म है रिकॉर्डेड फ्यूचर नेटवर्क एनालिसिस कंपनी, इनका रिपोर्ट एक उन्होंने जारी किया है और ये रिपोर्ट में उन्होंने बोला है, ये रिपोर्ट में उनका कहना है कि शायद चाइना ने मुंबई के इलेक्ट्रिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में मॉलवेयर को इंट्रोड्यूस किया हो, मॉलवेयर मीन वायरस को इंट्रोड्यूस किया हो, इस प्रकार का प्रयास दिखता है.
Relations between nuclear-armed China and India soared last June when 20 Indian and 4 Chinese soldiers were killed in a Himalayan border fight. Recent talks have eased the tension.
In news from Pakistan, all major coalition partners including MQMP and GDA have reaffirmed their loyalty to Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf-led government in the Senate elections scheduled to be held on Wednesday. This comes as opposition Pakistan People's Party leader Bilawal Bhutto Zardari had offered the federal ministers from MQMP to join its alliance in order to fight against PM Imran Khan government in the polls.
Pakistan government's allies including the Muttahida Qawmi Movement Pakistan or MQMP and Grand Democratic Alliance have assured they will stand with Prime Minister Imran Khan-led Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf or PTI in the Senate elections scheduled to be held on Wednesday. The announcement was made in a press conference on Monday, organized after a meeting of the federal ministers that concluded earlier in the day. This comes as Pakistan People's Party chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari over the past weekend had invited MQMP to join Pakistan Democratic Movement, an 11 opposition party alliance which also includes Bilawal's party. Addressing a joint press conference accompanied by Pakistan Democratic Movement chief Fazlur Rahman, Bilawal said MQMP should fight against the government by becoming a part of PDM.
Moving on, Pakistan is accused of systematically repressing and marginalizing Baloch people. Baloch community across the globe have campaigned vigorously against the disappearances and human rights violations in the Balochistan province, and recently, Baloch National Movement, a nationalist political organization, held a protest in German capital in solidarity with the protesting families of Baloch missing persons who were forcibly disappeared by Pakistan.
The BNM Baloch National Movement on Sunday held a protest in Berlin, the capital of Germany, in solidarity with the protesting families of Baloch missing persons who were forcibly disappeared by Pakistan. During the protest, pamphlets on missing Baloch were distributed and locals were informed about the worst human rights violations in Balochistan carried out by Pakistani security forces, where thousands of Baloch political and social activists became the victims of enforced disappearances.
There is a continuous genocide of the Baloch nation which is carried out by Pakistan. Since the annexation of Balochistan at the barrel of gun by Pakistani army, and one of the worst human right violation which is being happened in Balochistan, that is the enforcement disappearances of the Baloch people.
Pakistan, which has illegally occupied Balochistan since 1948, has been accused of systematically repressing and marginalizing Baloch people. The protesters have time and again called the United Nations and the international community to intervene in the matter and to live up to their mandate and commitments without any hindrance and political pressure, and made Pakistan and its genocidal policies in Balochistan and Sindh.
In news from Nepal, Nepal's President Bidya Devi Bhandari had summoned the session of the House of Representatives on March 7, days after the Supreme Court reinstated the lower house in a landmark verdict. The cabinet, led by Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli on Monday, recommended the resumption of the House session as per the directives from the Supreme Court. The presidential order to summon the House meeting follows the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's move to dissolve the House on December 20. The Apex Court last week annulled Oli government's unconstitutional decision to dissolve the lower house of the parliament. The court had ordered the government to summon the House session within the next 13 days. Nepal's former Prime Minister Baburam Bhattarai has said his country wants good relations with neighbouring India and both countries should sit together and talk over strained ties. India and Nepal's ties were affected last year after Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, allegedly under China's political influence, endorsed a new map of his country, which included areas disputed with India.
Nepal's former Prime Minister Baburam Bhattarai, while expressing disappointment over the strained India-Nepal ties, allegedly due to Chinese influence under PM KP Sharma Oli, said both sides must sit together to resolve it. Bhattarai, who was in Indian capital New Delhi for his health checkup on Tuesday, in an interview to news agency ANI said the Himalayan nation shares close people-to-people, economic and historical relations with India, and that no other country's influence can affect it.
People to people relation, economic relation, cultural relation, जो linguistic affinity, historical relation जो इतने नजदीक हैं, तो कैसे किसी की वजह से खराब कैसे हो सकता है?
Tension between India and Nepal grew last year after PM Oli, allegedly under China's political influence, endorsed a new map of his country which included areas disputed with India. India had then rejected the Himalayan nation's new map, arguing that the addition of Indian territory is not based on historical facts and evidence, and termed the claims by Nepal as artificial enlargement.
Breaking cultural barriers in a partially conservative Afghan society, 25-year-old Malalai Mobariz has opened a coffee shop which is fast gaining popularity in Afghanistan's Jozjan province. She said it was not easy, but she overcame challenges through resilience, hard work and courage.
In partially conservative and war-torn Afghanistan, it is not easy for women to run their own businesses. But Malalai Mobariz is among a handful of women who confronted the challenges and has opened a coffee shop in the country's northern Shiberghan city. Named as Orange Cafe and opened 4 months ago with a fund of $5,000, the coffee shop is fast gaining popularity. Mobariz said running a coffee shop in a conservative society where people oppose women working outside, it is certainly risky, and overcoming challenges and breaking cultural barriers require resilience, hard work and courage.
اورنج کافه یا کافه نارنج مدت 4 ماه میشه که در ولایت جوزجان با همکاری مالی سازمان ملل متحد به خاطر تقویت و ظرفیت‌سازی خانم‌ها ایجاد گردیده.
In addition to serving coffee, tea and a variety of dishes, Orange Cafe is also equipped with a library and chess playing table so that the guests can read books or play chess in leisure time. Expressing satisfaction over the income of her coffee shop, Mobariz said up to 80 customers, including young men and women, visit Orange Cafe every day.
Scores of Hindus on Tuesday offered prayers outside temples to mark the festival of Angarki Sankashti Chaturthi, as only limited number of devotees were allowed inside the place of worship amid coronavirus restrictions in India's Maharashtra state. The festival dedicated to Lord Ganesha is celebrated with a lot of fervour every year. However, the pandemic seemed to have dampened the spirit.
Scores of Hindu devotees on Tuesday gathered outside the famous Sri Siddhi Vinayak temple in India's western Mumbai city and offered prayers to mark the festival of Angarki Sankashti Chaturthi, dedicated to elephant-headed god Lord Ganesha amid coronavirus pandemic. Only a limited number of devotees who had pre-issued QR codes via an online app could enter the temple, as coronavirus restrictions have been imposed in Maharashtra state amid an upsurge in virus cases. The devotees prayed for the well-being and prosperity of their families, and some also observed a fast to seek blessings from Lord Ganesha on the occasion.
अभी क्लियर है, अभी रजिस्ट्रेशन से एंट्री है तो कोई भी एक्स्ट्रा तो आ ही नहीं रहा है, जो भी पहले से बुक कर रहा है उसके हिसाब से ही आ रहा है, तो इट्स गुड और डिस्टेंसिंग भी क्लियरली मेंटेन हो रही है.
Meanwhile, similar scenes were witnessed in Maharashtra's Pune city. Angarki Sankashti Chaturthi is a day in the lunar month of the Hindu calendar dedicated to Lord Ganesha. The festival is usually celebrated with a lot of fervor. However, the pandemic seemed to have dampened the spirit this year.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/AsAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @AsAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.
Subscribe Tag TV YouTube channel and press the notification button. Subscribe Tag TV YouTube channel and press the notification button.